Hey there, and welcome back to the Survival Inc. server. My name is KohdWing, and I am at my base today. But first of all, before I get started with anything, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to me. Since my last episode on here, I've reached the 100 subscriber mark. Woohoo! I think I'm at about 113, 114, somewhere in there. But anyways, I want to thank everybody, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I enjoy making these videos, and I don't do it often enough. But for you guys, it all makes it worth it. I enjoy doing the video stuff, so thank you. Thank you. Woo-hoo. And I will do something special in today's episode for you, so stick around and just hold on, wait for that. So since my last episode, I built a few things here. This is a brewing station that I built with each of the ingredients. So each of the ingredients, you press the button and it drops the ingredient in here. Pretty simple. These are all just dispensers here, and they shoot out into a row of hoppers. The hoppers feed into here, down into the brewing stand. So that's one of them, and I kind of styled it with some quartz and stone brick. Thought it looked pretty cool. And I also built this little enchantment station. It looks kind of derpy, to be honest. I got to do something about this. I don't know. But on the inside, it looks pretty cool, I thought. The inside kind of matches the bookshelves with the stained clay, and it looks cool, I thought. And I also have built a somewhat automated cooking station where you just drop things in these top chests and they come out in the bottom all cooked. So yeah. And also this little bed area that needs some work still. Yeah, I don't know. It needs some work. That's all I have to say. But anyways, for today's episode, I am planning on doing a semi-automatic cow farm to do leather collection, and then also some of the raw beef or steak, depending on what you want. So I want to make it toggleable. I have already started on this. I thought I was recording, and apparently I was not. So I'll show you what I've done up to this point, and we'll continue from there. So this is kind of what it is so far. Here's the end. So first of all, I guess I'm building this backwards. I'm building it with the end in mind, where all the items will show up, and then I'll get up to where you breed the cows, and this is actually the killing station right here. So these hoppers will be fed to this chest, and in each one of these spots, these 4 spots are actually the killing stations. The cows will grow up into these little boxes here, and they either will be crushed by these pistons or they will be lava bucketed if I want, depending on if I want steak or if I want raw beef. So yeah, so I can kind of show you how I've done that so far. This is just a bunch of redstone to make sure that the signal feeds all the way down to the very end for each of these, but the timing on these is pretty important. So I've got a little bit more of I don't know, I guess advanced redstone going on here too. This is a pulse lengthener that was stolen from Exuma. He has a cool tutorial on his channel. I'll try to link it in the description as well, so you can kind of see. But this is a pulse lengthener for these pistons, so that they go 7 ticks, I think is all it needs to be. There's 7 items in these hoppers, and it basically just allows it for extending that pulse so that these pistons will stay out longer and crush them till they're dead. The other way is very simple, just make it do a double pulse, but slightly delayed double pulse. So I don't know if there's a better way of doing this, but this is the way I typically do. With the redstone, I make kind of a loop around it so that when it's triggered, it slows it down here and it will trigger again. This is so that the dispensers here will dispense the lava and then you have to send another pulse to deactivate the lava. So this is just delaying that, and it has to be this timing, otherwise the cows don't get burned for long enough, like the lava isn't deployed for long enough to burn them. So I'll show you, and I've also created this little invention here. I don't know, maybe it's not my own. I don't think I stole it from anywhere. I just kind of came up with it on my own. There might be a better way of doing it, but the idea here is going to be that there's going to be a daylight sensor in this spot right here. So each day these will trigger, and then it's also toggleable. So there will be like a lever out in the front that will trigger this piston here to either be extended or not extended. So if it's not extended, it's going to trigger the pistons to push out. If it is extended, it's going to trigger the lava to burn them. Okay, pretty simple there. Just right here. This right here, so I'm going to do it in lava mode, I guess, for now. Actually, I'll do it in piston mode so you can actually see it from here. So the way this works is when you get the light comes, it'll activate this. It'll shoot a item into this hopper, and then it'll immediately bring it back. But for that one tick, it'll have this pulse sent to all the item, or to the repeater, and it will trigger the system to fire. I've done it this way because if you do it with like hoppers, I don't know if it'll work the same. Like if you do whatever, this is just the easiest way to do it for me. If you do, it's weird because if you do the daylight sensor one block lower and just try to feed redstone right into that, it will actually block this dropper from the item going back in it. So doing it this way allows for, even though this will be powered all the time, it'll allow for the dropper to consume the item after it pushes it out. So I'll just show you how it works. So I put this in here, triggers that, and then it extends all the pistons for 7 ticks, and then they all retract. Okay, makes sense? So that'll be toggleable as well. But like I said, I'm building this backwards, so this is kind of the end spot for where the cows will be. Baby cows don't get burned standing in here, so they'll be a little bit lower, or they don't get crushed because they are lower. And the baby cows also, yeah. So the big cows just are, I think it's like maybe 1.5 blocks tall, but being that half block taller makes it so that they get crushed or burned there, whereas baby cows will just be only the lower block. So, alright, I'm going to continue with my design here, and oop, what a bad jump. And I will catch up with you guys once I have a little bit more to show. Come on, cows. Come on, let's go. Alright, so what I am up to now is actually putting the cows in place for breeding. This is quite tricky. But the way this works is that the cows are actually going to be dangling from fence posts. Okay, go in there. Go in there. Okay, attach them all to the fence posts. Trying to lead them into these holes that we set up before with water. And you're in. And what this is holding them in place with cobwebs. So they land in the hole and they get stuck in the cobwebs, suspended by the leads and standing in the cobwebs. So I've done that twice already now. Here's kind of what it's going to look like when we're done. So this is 16 cows in here. I'm going to put 16 in each, or no, sorry, 18 cows. I'm going to put 18 in each just because I can get about 6 at a time with the leads. And you can just stand around these and breed them. There's a cobweb beneath them, obviously. And then this is just holding them, making it so that you can't walk into the cobweb. So you can kind of bang your head against it when you're breeding them. And they can't get out of here unless you break these blocks that are adjacent to them. So kind of a neat design that I came up with myself. I haven't ever seen anyone use cobwebs to hold the cows in place before, so, or any mob for that matter. So kind of a new design for breeding to hold them in place. Now it is a lot of leads obviously, but it's kind of cool to, instead of dancing on water or what they usually have for breeding, this allows them to just drop through the cobweb and stand on the hopper below. So kind of cool. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get all, so it's 18 in each. 18 times 4 is 36, 72, until I get 72 cows in place, and then I should be ready for the first set of breeding. So I'll catch up with you guys when that's all done. Okay, there's the daylight sensor. And I'm going to... Ooh, this might be a perfect time to trigger it. Just show... Nah, we already did that. I'll just take a nap. Okay, and put the daylight sensor on the bar. So I finished with all the cows. There is 72 in total, 18 in each spot here. So this is what it looks like when you just need this is the minimum of what you need. Obviously you can make this like tileable. Okay, I can't sprint. You could just have these stations like this. Okay, you could just have, man, it seems to sound kind of loud. You could just have the, go away, Wool. You could just have the stations where it's just one at a time here. You don't necessarily need 4 of these, but again, I'm just doing that for, I guess, aesthetics and to speed it up. So I could put, you know, really any number in this here. Whoa, little lag there. Okay, there we go. But I've chosen to put 18. I think you could probably do more, but obviously the more you do, probably the more lag you're going to get too, and it's probably going to be harder to hit each of the cows if you with wheat if you do it a different way. So I'm just going to close it up here, close each of these up, and we can do a test breed just to make sure that it is working. When I originally made this, I did have a little bit of weird bugginess, I guess, for when the animals were bred. Put this here. That they okay, so it's gonna trigger just because. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Because it's day. And that was the first time I put it down. Did have a little bit of bugginess where when I bred them, they shot out the sides or shot out the top. But I didn't have that after a while, so I'm not sure where that was from. I didn't test this in survival. I just tested it in creative on my own world. So I'm going to grab some wheat, but anyways, so I've been trying to do some more PvP stuff lately, and I don't know if you guys enjoy that content. I really like doing the PvP stuff, and I don't know if you guys find that interesting, or I'd really like to know if you guys would leave a comment and tell me what type of content you'd like for me to show. I enjoy doing the stuff on Survival Inc. here. I enjoy doing co-op stuff. I mean, you know, I pretty much enjoy everything, but I'd like to know what you guys like. If it's this tutorial type of stuff where I do different builds, or if it's the PvP stuff, you know, let me know in the comments. You know, I'd appreciate it if you did. Alright, so let's try this out. So you just hold down right click and spin around them, and you can see I'm using up the wheat. Was that 18 already? No, it's only like 8. Okay. There we go. A couple more. So I think you get the idea though. You just stand around these and push them around and breed them. I know before you could just, in some of the other ones, you can just stand in one spot and just right click, right? Hold right click down. Breed them up. It's kind of a cool, it looks kind of cool too, I think, this version of it. breed you guys. If I built like a better floor, I'd actually be more willing to like push these guys around a little bit more, but it's kind of tough. Who didn't get some wheat? There we go. So you'll see, that's just so you get the idea of what's going on here. Let's see if I can get a couple more pairs going. And then they drop through that cobweb, and then they just stand below here. So that'll fill up, and it takes a full day for cows to grow, 20 minutes in Minecraft time. So that's why I decided to use the daylight sensor, so that each day this will trigger, and it will burn up the mobs as they grow. So obviously it's not going to be perfect for when they grow up, since it's like midday and I did it. It'll take like a day and a half for these guys to actually get burned up. So, but I think you get the idea of it. This is the like kind of minimum bare bones function that you need. But next I am going to start building the aesthetically around it, kind of like what I do with all my automated farms. Try to make them a little bit nicer looking. So I will start doing that now, and I will catch up with you guys when I get closer to being done. Alright guys, welcome back, and here is kind of what it looks like aesthetically after I'm all done, kind of nicing it up and making it look a little bit cool. I'm trying to catch the moon as it goes down so we can see the system trigger. Don't know how far away it is. I made a little access door on the side here so we can see. So there's some adults in here. So I have it on kill burn mode, so I get steak, and you'll see kind of what happens once it burns them. Obviously I've been breeding. I think I bred them 4 or 5 times while I was designing this, just to keep it going so you can see the babies. And then the adults' heads pop out a little bit, but that should not matter. So in a second here, it should trigger the sun. We'll hit this, and then all this redstone will trigger. So yeah, I had to feed the signal all the way through for the piston. Yep. I kind of need some food right now, as a matter of fact. So we'll just wait for just a second while we wait for the moon to drop and the sun to rise. It's weird because as the moon's dropping, it's not even really gone before it triggers this daylight sensor to go off. So it's just kind of strange. Oh, there it goes. Burns them for just long enough to where it will kill them. Goodbye. Yep, there they go. Items drop in. And if we go around to the front, yep, no big ones left. If we go around to the front, this chest holds all the goodies in here, so this should be, yep, there it goes, starting to fill up. Some of the steak. Excellent, and I'll take a couple. There we go. Cool. And in here I'm just storing the wheat that I have. I have a, like I showed you before, that wheat grinder, so yep, this is kind of the build I come up with. I like the quartz and stone combination together, and also even blue wool together. I think it looks really nice. It's kind of cool. So just a little bit different design. Little house for cow breeding. Thought it turned out pretty neat. Oh yeah, here's the switch. I also put it over here. Left is raw beef, right is steak. So it's toggleable as well. But yeah, and I think there was one more thing I wanted to do before the end of this episode. So we will go, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, as I promised, I'm going to do something a little special here. I'm down in my sheep pen right now, and I am planning to battle 11 withers. One for each 10 subscribers I have right now, which is I think 113, so rounding down. But here we go, 11 withers at once. And I have all my beacon effects, and I'm armed with quite a few different potions here, just splash potions of regen and healing. So hopefully I'll be able to take these guys down, no problem. So this is for all of you subscribers. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should have got a bow. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh god. I'm gonna do one of these already. Oh no. They've really destroyed this already. Oh no. Man. Just have a sharpness sword here, but I have strength. So I should be able to take them down. Okay, okay. Okay. Healing. Okay, regen again. There's one down. I got the Wither Star. Alright. 2. Oh man. Oh no. The jump boost is kind of helping. There we go. Put one of those on again. Oh, there's skeletons spawning. Oh man, I can't even get to these guys. Okay, oh no, this is not going to end well. Ooh. Oh, come on. Kill 2. Okay, still got the regen going. I wish... Did these guys hurt each other? I don't know. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Oh no. Oh no. Take two. Oh, no. Alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.